that is so wonderful, because all of you here that don't have your significant other, you know, the guys that are here, they're going to be able to go home and go to sleep. You're going to go home so excited and so motivated that you're going to talk that person's ear off. Or if you have a long ride home, you're going to just get there. It's like flying there. But I just want to give a special introduction to someone who is just so special to, I think, every person that knows him in Mary Kay. And he's going to tell you his journey in this company, so I don't want to share any of that. But I will tell you that this is the man who always is the person that you can go to, that you can talk to, that he, you know, picks you up. He gives you a kick when you need one in a very nice way. And he is just somebody, he is the most loved corporate person, and I'm not exaggerating, do you all agree? In all of Mary Kay. And the reason why is because he's in the field with all of us. He knows what's going on. He's talking to and teaching all of us so many different things, so many times to change the set of glasses that we're looking through. And it's just like every single time that I've heard him speak, I have been more inspired, and I've learned so much. And there will be no one ever to replace you, Sean Key. And I know you don't like public recognition, but I just speak for myself and I speak for everybody in here. We love you. So I mean that with all my heart. So would you please welcome Vice President of Salesforce Motivation, Sean Key.
Hello, Philadelphia! Thank you. Please be seated. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. Y'all know it's June? What are y'all doing here? We've got goals to accomplish, don't we? Well, I am thrilled to be here. You guys are so lucky to have a national sales director like Sandy Valerio. You guys give her a big round of applause. She is doing exactly what Mary Kay asked our national sales directors to do, to open up a space, not only for consultants and sales directors in her national area, but for anybody who's in Mary Kay that wants to come and learn and grow and be successful in this business. So if you're not in the Valerio national area, but you're here tonight, would you stand up so we can see who you are? Wow. Look at how many go-give consultants and directors are here because of Sandy Valerio. Wow, thank you for coming out tonight. It's so great to see you all. The last time I was here, in this room, at this podium, it was the year that the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Who was here? Who was here? Do y'all remember what I got as a gift? I got an Eagles shirt. And you know what I did on Super Bowl Sunday, the year the Eagles won the Super Bowl? I wore the shirt, and I took a picture of me in the shirt and sent it to Sandy and Joe so they could see that even though my team was out in the Super Bowl, I was cheering for the Eagles that day. That's the last time, the first and the last time I've cheered for the Eagles. But if y'all go again, I will cheer for you again. That's the only time. Yeah. Yeah. But Joe, you guys, Joe Valerio is the man. Sandy said I was the man. Joe is the man. You like, right? Joe is the man. See, they teach us at corporate we need to have goal posters too. Joe is on my goal poster. I want to be Joe Valerio when I grow up. Seriously. He is the man. He's just cool. You know, there's a saying, cooler than the other side of the pillow. That's Joe Valerio. You know what I'm talking about? You go to bed, it gets all warm on that one side, and you turn it over and it's like, Joe, thank you for being smart enough to support this woman so that she could fly and not put restraints on her and how high she could go with this business. You're the man, my friend. I hope all your husbands, significant others grow up to be like Joe Valerio. Let's give him a big round of applause. My man. I love the Valerio so much, I tried to change my name to Sean Valerio. Y'all know that story? I want to be Sean Valerio so bad, seriously. But I'm thrilled to be here. This month, it's June, right? Guys, in 6 days, so in 4 days, it'll be 30 years since I graduated high school in New Jersey. Shout out to Jersey. Jersey strong. 4 days will be 30 years since I graduated high school, and 6 days will be 30 days since I started working for Mary Kay. 30 years. Sorry, I said 30 days. 30 years. Can you believe I barely look 30 years old, right? Mary Kay works wonders, that's right. And I'm wearing something y'all don't even have or know about yet. Since November, I've been trying some stuff out. See, we don't test on animals, we test on staff. Seriously, if I had $1 for every time they came to my office and said, put this on your face, I'd be Oprah rich. That's how rich I would be. But I'm thrilled to be here. I'm celebrating my 30th anniversary in a couple of days with this amazing company. Can't believe it. So I graduated high school on June 22nd, 1989, Somerset, New Jersey, and two of my friends were working at a warehouse. That's what they told me. We work at a warehouse. And they're paying more money at the warehouse than you're making at your current job. You should come in with us and get a job at the warehouse. So I said, that's a no-brainer. I was getting ready to go to college, and I needed to make some extra money that summer before heading off to college. So I went into the warehouse. They hired me 2 days after graduating high school. I was 18 years old, and my first job was folding cardboard into the shape of a box.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My title was box maker. See, Mary Kay, you don't start at the bottom, you start at the beginning.
Right.
Well, making boxes is the very beginning, okay? It's the very beginning of working at corporate. And so I folded cardboard and made boxes for the summer of 1989. And I fell in love with this company from the very beginning. See, in addition to making boxes, I was also responsible for answering this little door. Right, there was this door where Mary Kay women drove their cars around to a door and they rang a bell. And every time that bell rang, I had to stop making boxes, run over to the door, and let women in the door. They would hand me a piece of paper and I would go get what they had on that piece of paper. Some of y'all remember those days, right? And so now I'm making boxes and loading up pink Cadillacs with starter kits and pre-packs and orders. And I'm getting to see all these amazing women. I mean, they just blew my mind. And some of them would come back to the branch every week, multiple times a week to get more, to get more. I'm like, what are they doing with this stuff, right? And they would come back and get more, and they would be excited. And the more times they came back, the more gifts they bought me. I was eating Red Lobster on the regular, okay? Let me tell you. Those women from New York, they were stopping off at Red Lobster on their way down to the branch, and they were bringing me a little baggie of goodness, and it was awesome. Some of them sometimes would put a little money in my hand, like this. Thank you for loading up my pink Cadillac. Some of them give me a business card with their number on it, but I don't know what that was for. I have no idea. why they did that. But it was awesome. I was caught up in a world I knew nothing about. It was just the energy of these women. I had no idea what Mary Kay, what y'all all did for a living. All I know is I made boxes and I answered the door. That was it. There were products, right? I don't know what the products did. I was just happy making more money in the warehouse. And so that summer, I made a bunch of money. I went to the University of Maryland, my first year of college, with a whole bunch of money in my bank account. And that was September of 1989. By October of 1989, I was out of money. See, I suffer from a condition called broke. Have anyone heard of broke? Yeah, don't raise your hand, but yes. Right? Poor is a lack of resources. Broke is a choice, right? And I was choosing to be broke. So I would rush back up 95 and I would go work at Mary Kay and they'd send me a check. And then I'd go back to school and spend it all that weekend. And then I'd go up to Mary Kay and I'd work and they'd send me a check and I would blow it, right? And then I would go like spring break. There was no Florida, there was no Mexico. I was in New Jersey for spring break, working on that line, making that money, right? I was so happy when winter break came. We had 3 weeks off, mid-December to the first week of January. You guys, I got 3 checks from Mary Kay during winter break. I was so excited, you guys. And I went back to the University of Maryland and I bought everybody pizza and stuff. And I was very popular my freshman year of college, let me just say that. And I had so much fun my first year of college, my parents decided they were no longer going to pay out-of-state tuition for the grades that I was getting. So I transferred to Rutgers University, and I moved back to New Jersey in May of 1990, and I started working for Mary Kay. And this time, instead of making boxes, they put me on the assembly line. So now I was putting products in the boxes. I was so excited to work on the line, you guys. It was so much fun to be picking those orders and filling those boxes. Next thing you know, I had saved enough money from May to September that I paid for college myself. I moved out of my parents' home, got in with some friends, right? And things were looking up. So now I'm going to Rutgers full time, I'm working full time. I still didn't have a car at this point, but I was making progress, right? As long as I was making progress, I was in good shape. So then they called me in the office one day and said, we want to promote you to shipping clerk. Y'all, I was like, are you serious? So now all the products are in the boxes, the peanuts are in the boxes are closed. The shipping clerk weighs the box and keys in information and then loads the box on the UPS truck. That was my job. Man, I was so excited. Promotion. Then they called me in the office and they said, we don't want to lose you. I was like, lose me? I'm not going anywhere. I got college tuition, I got an apartment, I'm trying to get a car, I'm going nowhere. Okay, don't lose me, right? And they said, we want to create a position that allows you to work around your school schedule.
Wow.
I know, right? And they created a position called Quality Control Inspector. And my job was to research orders to find out if Mary Kay made a mistake or UPS made a mistake on problem orders. And so I loved this job. Sometimes I went to school in the morning and worked at night. Sometimes it was the opposite of that. But as long as I worked 40 hours, they didn't care what hours I worked. It was awesome. It gave me a chance to call consultants and sales reps on the phone and ask them questions. And it just furthered the relationship that I already formed when I was loading up their cars, right? And so now I'm a quality control inspector. Things are going great. I turned 20. I'm going to college. I'm working full time in Mary Kay. Life is beautiful. I got a car. Right? Life is beautiful. They called me in the office. And they said, we want to promote you to customer service rep. I was like, I have hit the Mary Kay jackpot. You guys don't even understand. See, in the warehouse, you wear jeans, t-shirts, steel-toe boots. When you go to the office in customer service, you wear a suit to work.
Yeah.
Right? The people in the warehouse, they park in the back and they walk through an unmarked door, right? And when you work in the line, you can't just leave the line to go to the bathroom. You gotta get someone to take your place on the line. You gotta sign out, they gotta sign in, right? That person's like, he's been in the bathroom for 5 minutes and 37 seconds. He needs to get out here. But when you work in the office and customer service, oh my gosh, you get a cubicle, you get a computer, you get a telephone, and the most exciting part, you get to go to the bathroom anytime you want to, for as long as you want to. It's awesome. So now I'm wearing a suit to work at 20 years old, college student, wearing a suit to work in the office at Mary Kay. I couldn't believe it. 1-800-272-93. Yes, that number. I used to answer the phone on that number. I was the first male customer service rep at the Northeast Distribution Center in New Jersey, ever. First ever. Oh, thank you. So excited. I literally was the man. The one man in customer service. That was it. And so there I was in customer service, loving my life. My first job in customer service was calling problem orders. You see, orders work differently than they do now. There was no online ordering and all online agreements. Everybody had to either drive their ordering agreement in or mail it in. Some people that live far away, they would fly their orders to Newark Airport, and there would be a courier who picked up the orders and drove them to the distribution center. And we would get every order and every agreement and manually key in all the information, all of it. And so when there was a discrepancy on the order and agreement, it came to my desk, and I had to call the person to resolve the order. It was interesting. See, because some of you, let's just say it this way, math is not your strong suit, okay? Some of you don't know the difference between wholesale and retail. And back then, we didn't have just one discount. We didn't just have 50%. We had 40% and 50%. And then we added 45%. Why did we add 45%? Tell me why. Why did we add another confusing percentage for y'all to mess up? And so these credit card numbers would come for these orders and they'd be all jacked up. It would be credit card numbers that started with the number 9. There is no credit card that starts with 9. And some of those credit cards, instead of 16 digits, would have like 7.5 digits. And some of the credit card numbers would have letters in it. 4431. LMNOP. Like, what? How am I supposed to key in an order with letters in it? And so it would land on my desk and I would have to make the call. And we would, most of the time, resolve your order. Sometimes no. But I loved it, you guys. I was in customer service for 7 months. I turned 21. And then, I'll never forget the day. I'm sitting at my cubicle, I'm answering calls. The vice president, the warehouse manager, the customer service manager, and the order entry manager walk out of a meeting, and they're all looking at me. And I was scared. As we say in the hood, I was scared. Like, that's extra scared. Scared. Right? Like, because the last time they were all looking at me after a meeting, they made me dress in a pink bunny outfit. We had an open house, and they decided I was going to be the pink bunny for the open house. Now, I was pink on the outside, but chocolate on the inside. So I was like, uh-oh, what are they going to make me do now, right? I was really nervous. So a couple of hours go by. The assistant to the vice president comes over. She goes, Sean, can you turn off your phone? Paul wants to talk to you. So I go to the vice president's office, sits me down, he goes, last night we had to make a tough decision. The night shift supervisor is no longer with us. She's no longer employed here. We had a meeting today. We made a decision on who is going to take her place. And we decided it would be you.
Wow.
I think y'all know where this story is going by the lack of response to that. I was 21 years old. I was still working on my degree. And I had just left the warehouse 7 months before. And I was going to go back to the warehouse and become the boss of my two friends who had gotten me the job 3 years prior. I was going to become the boss of the people who taught me how to do all of those jobs in the warehouse. I was going to be the boss of women who had worked for Mary Kay for more than 21 years, and I was 21 years old. And the biggest fear of all was I was going to be the boss of Pussycat. Pussycat was a woman named Pauline that worked in the warehouse. And she was not a nice cat. She was a scary cat. I was afraid of Pussycat, y'all. And I was going to become her boss. It's not good when the boss is afraid of his employees, okay? And so for the first time, I did not accept a promotion the moment it was offered to me. I went to my parents' house that night. I sat at my parents' house. It sounded like this. Mom, Dad, let me tell you what Mary Kay is trying to do to me. And I explained to them what they were offering me, and they listened and listened. And I told them all the reasons why it wasn't a good idea. And it was my mother. How many of you are mothers? Oh, y'all are so smart. My mother said, you know, Sean, they never would have offered you the position if they didn't think you could do the job. I was like, I'm not talking to you, Mom, I'm talking to Dad. Because all that was going through my mind was, what if I'm no good? What if I fail? What if they don't like me, right? Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about because you're in that situation right now with your Mary Kay career. You've been on the fence about being a red jacket. You've been on the fence about going on Target for your car. You've been on the fence about going into DIQ. You've been on the fence about being a national sales director. I'm talking to you. Because I'm leaving on a 5 o'clock flight tomorrow morning, okay? So take the advice my mother gave me. See, your director would never invite you to step up into red, to go on Target for your car, or to go into DIQ if she didn't think you had what it takes to succeed at that level. See, they saw something in me that I hadn't even given myself credit for. And some of you know that you're overqualified for your current position in Mary Kay. Don't raise your hand. But you know who I'm talking about. Like, you're actually a better leader than you are a follower. Like, it's actually hurting us that you are being a follower when you're called to be a leader. And I know for a fact that when leaders are not leading for too long, they leave. One of the Reds that walked by said she was in Gloria Mayfield Banks' unit, right? Gloria Mayfield Banks is one of those people that could not stay a follower for too long because she's a leader. And the longer she was a follower, the bigger the chance we would have of losing someone like that. Does that make sense? And so I took my mom's advice, and I'm asking you to take my mom's advice tonight. You know if you're supposed to be in your red jacket this month, 12 days. You know if you're supposed to be on Target for your car this month, 12 days. You know if you're supposed to be in DIQ July 1st, 12 days. Go to work tomorrow knowing that you're already qualified. The position you already have earned, you deserve that position. My mother was essentially saying, the work you have done has qualified you to accept that position tomorrow and be great at it. And I'm telling you, the work that you have done has already qualified you to take the next position in the next 12 days. You deserve it. Okay? And so I went in the next day and I accepted the position. And guess what? I wasn't great on day one, y'all. I wasn't great. I was still that same person that I was the day before. But I had a desire to get better. What matters is, what are you bringing into this new role? Are you bringing a desire to get better? If you're bringing that into the new role, you will succeed. That's all it takes on day one. All it takes on day one is the desire to get better. So all you need when you get that notification you're a brand new red jacket is a desire to get better. All you need on July 1st when they say you're a DIQ is a desire to get better. That's it. Stop thinking 20 years down the road. All you need on day one is the desire to get better. So I had a desire to get better. I became a student of leadership. Right? I knew how to do the jobs in the warehouse, but I didn't know how to lead others to be successful at doing the jobs in the warehouse. So I brought the desire to get better, and I did get better. And then they sent me to Dallas, Texas. 22 years old, catching a flight, Newark, New Jersey, Dallas, Texas. Whole week in Dallas. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. I get on the plane, I go to Dallas. They put me up in a hotel in Las Colinas, Texas. My gosh, I go that night, I go to bed, I wake up super early, I get dressed in my suit, I drive over to the Gold Building, Gold Corporate Headquarters on Stemmons Freeway, and I sit in the lobby, and over walks the president, Larry Harley. He spotted me in the lobby. And he comes over and goes, Sean, what are you doing here in Dallas? I said, Larry, I'm here to learn. They sent me to Dallas for training on how to be a great supervisor. He goes, have you met Mary Kay? I was like, the real Mary Kay? But Mary Kay was a picture for us in New Jersey. She was this woman on a wall in a picture frame. He's like, yes, the real Mary Kay. She's over there. Let me introduce you. And I went over with Larry Harley and met Mary Kay Ash. And it was love at first sight. I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know what I said to her. I don't know what she said to me. But I was all jacked up on my Mary Kay. I wanted to marry Mary Kay, y'all. I was like, man, this is amazing. You mean to tell me the people who work here get to see Mary Kay every day? Why do I work in New Jersey? Mary Kay is in Dallas. So I went through a week of training. I flew back to New Jersey, and all I could think about was moving to Dallas, Texas. I had drank the pink Kool-Aid, y'all. I was all in on some Mary Kay, okay? And I'm telling you, it wasn't more than a 1-minute conversation, but everything I'd heard about her, it was absolutely true. There were all these people buzzing around the lobby, but she talked to me as if there was no one else in that lobby. I felt like it was just the two of us. She asked me questions about me. She didn't tell me what I needed to do to be a great employee. She asked about me, my family, right? She wanted to know me. And that's exactly what they told me Mary Kay was like. That's what we saw in the videos. That's what people who had met her would say to us, and that was the truth. So I went back to New Jersey, all jacked up on my Mary Kay. I was committed to getting a job in Dallas. So that was October 1993. By March, it's time for career conference. And there was a big career conference in downtown Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 4,000 Mary Kay women were going to be in downtown Philadelphia in March 1994 at career conference. Well, you ever know about a party you weren't invited to, but you showed up anyway? That was me. All my friends were going to be in Philadelphia, so I couldn't miss it, you guys. I wasn't scheduled to work that conference, but I showed up to career conference. I worked Monday through Friday. Friday at 3:30, my car was already packed. I drove directly from the branch to downtown Philadelphia, parked my car. It's probably $20 a night to park down there. I didn't care. I bought myself 2 nights of a hotel in downtown Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, and I showed up Saturday morning in my suit, ready to help at the Philadelphia Career Conference. The people from Dallas were like, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm Sean. I work at the branch in New Jersey. I'm here to help." The truth was, I couldn't resist. I could not have all of my Mary Kay friends in Philadelphia, me sit in New Jersey. So there I was, helping out. I was escorting winners across stage. I was escorting nationals to give speeches. I was helping out as much as I was doing product giveaway. I had a blast that Saturday at Career Conference. The people from Dallas invited me to go to dinner to thank me for helping out at Career Conference. And that's when Jill Love, her name today is Jill Wedding, but at the time it was Jill Love. Jill Love said to me in a magic word, she goes, "You're so great with the sales force. They love you, and you love them. You should do what I do back in Dallas." Dallas? I was in Dallas. In October, I went to I met Mary Kay. She was like, "Okay." She goes, "No, seriously, there's going to be some open positions in my department back in Dallas. After seminar, you should bid on one of those positions." Sure enough, 3 positions opened up in her department after seminar that year. And I did 3 phone interviews, and I was hired to move from New Jersey to Dallas to work at Mary Kay Corporate, you guys. Oh, and gee, I was so excited. You ever wish for something, get it, but you haven't thought it all out yet? That was what happened to me. See, I told no one that I bid on these jobs. Not my parents, not my friends, not my sibling. No one knew that I was working to get a job in Dallas. No one. And I got it. And you know how Dallas is over here and New Jersey's over here? And they're not exactly neighboring states, right? That I can go visit every weekend, you know? And so I had to break the news to my family that I got the job in Dallas. And so I sat my parents down and I said, "Let me tell you what I'm about to do to y'all. I'm about to move to Dallas, see, because they want me, they need my services in Texas, right? I'm gonna go try to marry Mary Kay." And so my parents were like, "Go," right? I sat my brothers and sister down, they're like, "Go." And my sister had just given birth to my first nephew, so I wanted to be Uncle Sean, you know, and wanted to help raise my little nephew. But you guys, once you find a life you love, you have to have the courage to live it.
Amen. Yes.
I knew that my future was in Dallas. I knew that my opportunity for growth was in Dallas. I knew that I wanted to spend time learning from Mary Kay Ash herself. Little did I know that not long after, just a couple of years after I moved to Dallas, Mary Kay had her first stroke. I'm glad I moved when I moved. I'm glad that I took that risk of moving 1,500 miles away from my family and my friends and my comfort zone to do something else, to take a chance on myself. What risk has been knocking on your door? What opportunity has been knocking on your door that you haven't pulled the trigger on with your Mary Kay business? I'm not telling you to move to Dallas. I'm telling you that right here in Pennsylvania, there are opportunities that have been knocking on your door that you haven't taken the chance on. I want you to be bold in these 12 days of this seminar year so that you can create momentum for a quantum leap in 2020. 2020, you guys already know how big 2020, just the name 2020, right? That's exciting in itself. 2020, people are going to be setting audacious goals in 2020. But here's the deal. You can try and start from 0 on July 1st, or you can build momentum on June 18th. So when July 1st comes, you got multiple wins from the efforts that you put forth on June 18th. Right? The win of whatever finish line you're crossing on June 30th and the momentum to launch into a quantum leap year for you in 2020. Do you know how many women are going to step into the position of national just because they want to say, I became a national in 2020? Do you know how many people are going to earn their first pink Cadillac in 2020? You know why? Just so they can say, I became a pink Cadillac driving sales director in 2020. You know it, right? You absolutely know it. Yes. And so why not you? Why not you? So I moved to Dallas on the day after Thanksgiving, 1994. And I started in a department called sales development, and I wasn't very good on day one. All I knew was how to do the work in the warehouse. This was not the warehouse, this was corporate. I had no sales training. All I knew is how to be nice to the women who rang the bell. That was it. There was my talent. I was bringing to Dallas. Right? And so I had a desire to get better, y'all. And that's why it worked for me in Dallas. So the first year I didn't get a promotion. The second year I didn't get a promotion. The third year I thought to myself, they sure do move slower down here in Texas than they do back in Missouri. What is wrong with these? Don't they know how great I am? Like seriously, I am overdue for a promotion. They were promoting people, they just weren't promoting me. And so I had to do a little reality check. I had to realize that it wasn't them, it was me. I'll never forget, I was a finalist for a manager position in sales development. It was down to me and Susan Johnson. Oh, you know Susan Johnson. Red lipstick, 5-inch heels, big dimples, Susan Johnson. Right, the woman from HR came into my office at 4:45 on a Friday. She sat me down, she goes, Sean, Greg Franklin, that was the person making the decision. Greg Franklin has decided to promote someone other than you. And she left my office. She went to Susan's office. I got my stuff. I walked to the elevator. As I walked out of my office, I could hear a celebration going on in Susan's office. She was telling me she got the news and she got the job. So I walked to my car. While I'm walking to my car, I was like, you know what? I deserve a pity party. And I'm gonna have one tonight. So on my drive home, I decided I'm gonna have a 4-hour pity party when I get home. Because that's really productive. Like, I'm gonna make Susan feel bad she got that promotion by having a pity party by myself for 4 hours. And so I got home, I took my suit off, I sat in my living room, no joke, in the dark, no lights, no TV, no music, and no candles, in the dark, on my sofa for 4 hours. Around 8:30, I'm like, I can't wait for this pity party to end. This is depressing. But I was committed to my 4 hours. So at 10 o'clock, I cut the lights on, I cut the TV on, I cut the music on, and I started living again. And I made a decision that there is one of two ways I can show up to work on Monday. I can show up looking for people to feel sorry for me because I didn't get the job again, or I can show up as a champion. Even though I didn't get the job, I can still show up as a champion. So I worked on my attitude Saturday, Sunday. I showed up Monday. We went to our staff meeting, 10 to noon, right? The staff meeting goes on. Gary James turns to Greg Franklin and says, Greg, you have an announcement to make? Greg stands up. Susan stands up. I'm proud to announce a new manager on the Ruby Sales Development team, Susan Johnson. We all jump up, applaud for Susan, go over, give her a hug. I had a great idea. You guys, we should take Susan to lunch to celebrate her promotion. Yeah, so we all got together. We took Susan to lunch. We celebrated her promotion. It was awesome. 6 months later, I get called into the office. They said, we have a manager's position open on the Sapphire Sales Development team. And we're not going to post it for people to bid on because we know who our next manager is. and we are proud to promote you to manager in sales development. And they said, one of the reasons why we knew you were ready to be a manager is because of the way you handled not getting the job the last time. How you show up matters. How you show up matters. You guys, how you show up matters. It doesn't matter if you just had 10 no's in a row. Show up as a champion. It doesn't matter if that new hotshot you recruited 2 weeks ago has second thoughts because you talked to some stupid person in her family. Show up as a champion. Right? Like, stop letting little things block you from the bigger blessings that God has in store for you. There's bigger blessings, and we are trapped in this distraction of these little obstacles that are in our way. Not getting that job was not a major obstacle. There would be more jobs for me to get. I needed to be ready, right? I needed to show up as a champion. So there I was, manager in 1998. In 1999, they promoted me to director. So a year and 3 months later, I went from manager to director. 2 years after that, they promoted me to national director of sales development, and I became Susan's boss. That's not a knock on Susan. I'm just saying. Right? God's delay is not his denial, right? Right? And so then 2 years after that, at the age of 32, I was promoted to vice president of sales development and administration. OMG. At the time, I was the youngest vice president in Mary Kay and the only one with a tan. And I was so excited. I'll never forget the day Gary Jinks took me to lunch. That never happened. Never happened. So I'm like, okay, I'm free for lunch. I was a little scared, right? I was like, they usually don't take you to lunch to fire you. So he took me to lunch. Nothing unusual happened at lunch. We pulled back into a parking spot at the Mary Kay building. He said, wait, before you go, I gotta tell you, we have a meeting as soon as we get back in the office, and the meeting is to discuss your promotion to vice president. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, congratulations, we're promoting you to vice president. I'm like, are you serious? He goes, you get one phone call. I felt like I was getting arrested. You get to go to your office, shut your door, call your mother. And then you need to bring your butt into the conference room on the 6th floor so that we can have this announcement. So sure enough, I go to my office, I'm all jacked up on the Mary Kay, right? Call my mother, I'm like, Mom, guess what? She goes, what? I said, Mom, I just got promoted to vice president of sales development and administration. She's like, oh, that's good, baby. All right, I gotta go. I go into the meeting, they make the announcement, team showing up, like, yeah! The haters are like, they're haters, let's face it, right? And so I was like, okay, whatever. And I go to my office, I get on the phone, like, hey, you got a moment? Guess what? I just got promoted to vice president of sales development and administration. Shut up! That was the response on the other end of the phone. I called Gloria Mayfield Banks. Shut up! I was like, seriously, Gloria? She goes, shut up! I said, no, Gloria, seriously. She goes, oh, wait. How many nationals do we have? I said, like 150. Shut up! She goes, how many directors do we have? Like 8,000. Shut up! How many consultants? Like 500,000. Shut up! You are the vice president of 150 nationals. professionals, 8,000 sales directors, and 500,000 consultants. Shut up! I'm like, I hadn't thought of him that way. That's good. I was like, no, I'm the vice president of this department, this, right? She had painted a bigger picture. If you don't have a girlfriend who can get more excited about your success than you do, then you're hanging around the wrong people. Who are you going to call the moment you earn that red jacket? Who are you going to call the moment you get number 8 and N to DIQ? Who are you going to call when the little computer says, you're a brand new sales director, here's your unit number? Who are you going to call who's going to be more excited for your success than you? You guys have to be careful who you hang around with, who you talk to. Some of you are going to go home jacked up on your Mary Kay, and you're going to go home to non-believers. I always say never discuss a 16 by 20 size dream with a 3 by 5 believer. It's not fair to you and it's not fair to them for you to get excited and them to not be able to handle your excitement. They never won at the levels you're choosing to win at. They never dreamed at the levels that you choose to dream at. They weren't here to hear what you're excited about. So protect your dream and stop talking to small believers about big dreams. Seriously. And so when you go home tonight, you need to be cool. See, because what's going to happen, y'all don't even know this. I've been in 30 years. I can tell you this is how it is. Before you hit your street, there will be a pink haze that comes over your neighborhood. And they'll be like this. She's close. Mary Kay is in the air. And they're going to be ready. They're like, oh, remember last time she came home all jacked up on her Mary Kay? It took a whole week for her to get back to normal. Can we make a pact that we're not going to get back to normal when we leave here today? Like normal is not serving. Normal's not serving you. Don't go back to normal. Right? Like that's why we have to keep coming back to these things, because we leak. We're full and then we leak. And we leak because, you guys, we don't commit while we're full. So commit while you're full and you won't leak. You will be transformed. You will become not a different you, but a better version of you. I'm telling you, your family won't be mad if you come home as a better version of you. So we're going to go home. We're going to walk in the house. We're going to put our stuff down, but we're going to keep our cell phone. We're going to go in the bathroom. We're going to lock the door. We're going to turn on the faucet, flush the toilet 3 times. Turn on the shower. We're going to call someone who was here, who believes in us, right? 16 by 20 size goal can only be supported by a 16 by 20 size believer.
That's right.
And we are not going to go home and be comfortable. Comfortable is the enemy of excellence. So we are not going to go home and be comfortable again. We are going to go home full and committed, and we are going to call someone who is here, and we're going to scream, yes, I can do it, yes, I'm going Destination Red. I have 0 recruits, I have 0 reds, I've ordered nothing, but I'm going to the Bahamas in 12 days. Right? Like we are going to get excited about something. We're going to make these 12 days count. Right? Because magic can happen in 12 days. Look what God did in 6 days. Right? Imagine what you can do in 12 days that will serve you for the rest of your life. I can tell you that my 30-year journey can be summed up in a few critical decisions. Sandy's success, $5 million in commission, first $1 million director, first national sales director in the state of Pennsylvania. you can sum up her 30-plus year successful career into a few right decisions. Let this be the night you make one of those few right decisions. Not because I'm here, because you're ready and you deserve it. And it's your turn. Like, it's your turn. Right? And so we're going to scream, we're going to get excited, we're going to turn off the shower, we're going to flush the toilet 3 more times. We're going to wash our hands, we're going to turn off the faucet, and we're going to go out to the people and be normal. Can you be normal? See, what happens is y'all talk too much. Y'all go home to unexcited people, all jacked up on your Mary Kay. And he said this, and she said that, and she did this, and I can do it. And you're like, no, you can't. You need to do these dishes, this mess we made, that is what you need to do. And then you go like, wah, wah, wah. Don't do that this time. Don't do that this time. If you know you're going home to people who are not as excited as you are about your Mary Kay, then just keep it quiet. So the answer to the question, how is the Mary Kay thing, is simple. It was great. Let's practice. So, how was the Mary Kay thing?
It was great.
Good. That's awesome. And then you start asking them questions about them so that they don't become a distraction to your excitement. Do y'all hear me? Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Okay? Because honestly, it's moments like this when you're excited and you're full and you're committed that make a difference. It makes a difference. That's why you have to go to everything, is because this combined with that, right? It moves you forward and it gives energy, it gives life to your dreams, and it causes you to think bigger and dream more. Maybe there's something you heard today for the first time, and like, oh, it's gonna be something you carry with you for the rest of your life. You guys, but I'm here to tell you, no matter what your goal is in Mary Kay, it is going to require a high level of self-confidence. Self-confidence is required to achieve greatness, right? And you guys, it's gotta be a self-confident decision that you allow to last longer than the effort that it takes to achieve the goal, right? Like, I am permanently self-confident. Permanently. Like, I have created the habit of choosing to be self-confident long enough that it now is who I am. It used to be what I do, right? I wanted to have self-confidence, so I did things that helped me make a self-confident decision about myself until I didn't have to think about it anymore, and it became who I am. See, the process of success is you be it, you do it, you have it, right? So what do you want to have? Right? I wanted to have self-confidence, right? So I became self-confident over and over and over again until I didn't have to do it anymore. And one of the ways I became self-confident is because I read a book called The Greatest Miracle in the World. It's my favorite book. It's a short book by Amandino. It's just like 110 pages. The Greatest Miracle in the World. It's an awesome book, right? In this book, chapter 9, he's written a memo. Og has written a memo from God to the reader. And in that chapter, he makes 4 points. One of the points he makes is to proclaim your rarity, which means to be your best self. He says, between your mother and your father, God chose you. He said, you weren't the only choice, right? On that glorious day that God chose to make a baby between your mother and your father, you were his choice. And you were the choice, not out of hundreds. not out of thousands, but out of millions. You beat millions of other possibilities that could have been born between your mother and your father. I thought that was pretty cool. Right? So I'm 48, right? So 49 years ago, my parents decided to have a third child, so they did what they needed to do, right? We're not going to talk about that. Right? And God chose a winner. God chose a winner. Not out of hundreds, not out of thousands, but out of millions. He chose a winner. And 9 months later, on December 25th, 1970, at 11:48 a.m. in Elizabeth, New Jersey, the winner of that race was revealed. I won! I beat millions of other possibilities between my mother and my father. I'm the winner, y'all! And guess what? Every single one of us is the winner of our race. And last time I checked, God doesn't make mistakes. He chose the right winner in me and in each of you. And so I decided, if God chose me to beat millions, I should act like it every single day. Every day. I should wake up as a winner, I should win all day, and I should go to bed as a winner. Every single day for the rest of my life. It was an easy decision to make. God had already decided I was a winner. Do y'all know David Key? No, because he didn't win. David, are you out there, David? Where are you, David? David didn't win. Sean Key won. Right? Now, my parents have been married for over 50. In fact, their anniversary is the 25th of this month. They've been married for like 55 years, y'all. And I'm sure they've had more than 4 races. I don't know if they're racing anymore, but I know they have more than 4. But they've only had 4 winners, my 2 brothers, me, and my sister. That's it. How special are we to be the chosen ones? God chosen to be winners. Like, will y'all join me in being a level 10 confident person for the rest of your life? Because we belong to the same club. We're the winners, y'all. We're the winners. Right, so let's act like it every single day. Is that a deal? Can we do that? Yes. All right, awesome. Now, some of you worry too much. Don't make direct eye contact with me if this applies to you. You worry too much. You guys are trying to control people and things that are not in your control. They're not a part of your assignment. Now, I know this because my mother is the biggest worrier on this earth. She's already worrying about all of y'all, so y'all don't even need to worry about your problems. Mrs. Key in Virginia is worrying about your problems too, right? And she cracks me up. The stuff she worries about just cracks me up, right? I'm 48 years old. She will not go to bed. If I'm visiting them, she will not go to bed until I get in that house. I'm like, Mom, you know I live by myself when I'm not visiting you, right? Like, I'm a grown man. Like, you don't have to wait up for me anymore. I got this, right? But she just is that person, right? And so here's how you deal with people and things that are not in your control, not a part of your assignment on this earth. You get a little shoebox, right? So I'm giving you permission to buy a new pair of shoes. Not an old shoebox, a new shoebox, because this is the new you, right? New version of you, we need some new shoes. So we are going to get the shoebox. We are going to tape it shut, and we're going to put a slit on top. And we're going to write the words, something for God to do, on that box. Something for, and a Sharpie, something for God to do. And that's going to become your something for God to do box. And everyone and everything that is not in agreement with your best self, with your goal, or you being the best version of yourself, that gets written down on a piece of paper and it goes in your something for God to do box. And that's how you're going to release those people and those things that are not a part of your assignment on this earth. Like I talked to my mother. My mother is like information headquarters, right? Everybody downloads their junk to mom, and mom tells everybody everybody's junk. I don't have any junk. So I'm the one person that she talks to that never has bad news. I never, like, why would I want my mother to hear bad news, right? So I never, ever, ever tell her anything. Thank you that I don't have stuff to tell her, right? But she call, we talk, she goes, oh, you know, your cousin Ray Ray's in prison again. I'm like, yeah, I know, because that's who Ray Ray is. He's a prisoner. He's a criminal. That's who he's choosing to be, right? You know your cousin Rhonda lost her job. Yeah, I know Rhonda lost another job, because that's who Rhonda is, right? Like, it's not, people aren't doing this to Rhonda. Rhonda's doing this to Rhonda. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like she is like constantly depositing like these terrible situations, right? And, you know, sometimes I just need to write it down and put it in the box, right? My mom is an insulin-dependent diabetic. She takes 3 shots a day. The good news is she wants to live. So she eats right, she exercises, and she takes her shots, like, to the second of when she's supposed to take them, right? But sometimes that's heavy on me, right? So I need to write that down on a piece of paper, and I need to put that in my something for God to do about. I can't do anything about those things. So carrying that weight into a corporate job where I'm the vice president of a multi-billion-dollar international company would be a mistake. That would be a bad choice for me to bring that stuff into my Mary Kay responsibilities. And so that has its place, it's in a box. And then I can be powerful over here because I've released that for God to do over there. See, y'all are trying to do your work and God's work. And I don't think that's what he had in store for us. I don't think that was his plan. Right? So we're going to learn how to release the people and the things that are not a part of our assignment. Because you can't carry that baggage with you to the Bahamas. You can't carry that baggage with you to Dallas to go to seminar. Right? You can't carry that baggage into directorship. The car we give you isn't big enough to handle that kind of baggage. That Malibu can't fit that much luggage. Okay? I can't get on a plane tomorrow. American Airlines like, sir, you owe us $100,000 with all that baggage you're carrying with you. Right? Like if we went around a room and we shared our sad story, just imagine how depressing this event would be. Starting over here, what's the worst thing that happened to you? By the time we get to her, we all be crying. By the time we get over here to this table, we'll be competing. Oh, you think that's bad? I was walking down the street. My leg fell off. I was minding my own business and it just fell off. I had to get duct tape and super glue to put that leg back on. Right? But what if we told our success story? We started over here and we told everyone the best thing that happened to us. And we'd be crying by the time we got over there, but it would be a different kind of tears. Right? You only have 2 stories, you guys, your sad story and your success story. As you go out into the world, you guys, let people know about your success story. They got plenty of time to learn about your sad story. Let people know about your success story. Let people know where you're going. Let people know what journey you want to take other people on. Like if I was you and I was doing the intro to my skincare class, oh my gosh, you guys, it would be so powerful. People would want to hear more. It would sound something like this. Hey everyone, thank you for coming out tonight on a what night is it this week? Tuesday? On a Tuesday night? I travel too much. I don't know what time zone I'm in. I don't know what city I'm in. No. Thank you all for coming out tonight on a Tuesday. I'm so glad you decided to be here. You could be in a lot of places tonight, but you decided to be here. We want to thank our hostess, Sandy, for welcoming us into her beautiful home. Let's give Sandy a big round of applause. As Sandy said, my name is Sean Key. I've been building my business for 2.5 years. And my mission is to enrich women's lives. My vision is to help women live their best life internally, externally, and eternally. And my goal is to move up into a leadership position in my Mary Kay business. I'm looking for level 10 self-confident women who want to stand in the gap for other women to help them live their best life. Well, that's enough about me. I want to learn about all of you. So we're going to start over here. Please tell me a little bit about yourself. That would be my introduction to my skincare class. Right? Not, hey y'all, thanks for coming. We gonna learn something tonight. Right? Open powerfully, because the way you set yourself up for success at the beginning will dictate the flow of that evening. Right? My name is, I've been building my business since. My mission is, my vision is, my goal is. By all of you being here tonight, you're helping me to fulfill my mission, my vision, my goal. And I want to thank you from the bottom of a grateful heart. I'm looking for level 10 self-confident women who want to stand in the gap for other women to help them live their best lives. You're putting them on notice that you're going somewhere and you're taking other women with you. My goal is to move up into leadership with my Mary Kay business. Saying those words creates a whole different experience for the women around that table. Leadership? Tell me more. I want to be a leader. My daughter's a leader. Maybe you should meet her. Right? They start referring people. You said something about level 10 confident women. I've always struggled with confidence. How do you help women become confident? Let's meet for coffee. Can I come half an hour early to your follow-up appointment to share more about that with you? Are you setting yourself up for success just in your introduction at your skincare class? You can do a lot of good work, all right? So introduce yourself, how long you've been in the business, mission, vision, goal. What's the one thing you're looking for? I'm looking for level 10 self-confident women. Why? Because level 10 self-confident women can help other women become successful. Right? And then you let them talk. This is not a time to go into a 20-minute I story. You get them excited about learning more. I want to know more. Is that fair? Can you do that? Can you work on that? Borrow what I said. You guys, what's our mission in Mary Kay? To enrich women's lives. That's your mission. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Use our mission as your mission. Right? Stop trying to be fancy. It's already, the work's already been done for you. Your mission is to enrich women's lives. That's the company's mission. Your mission should agree with the company's mission. Your mission shouldn't be to save dogs. It should be to enrich women's lives or something in line with that, right? Your vision, what's your vision? What journey are you taking other women on? I'm taking women on a journey, right? To live their best life internally, externally, and eternally. Write that down. Internally, externally, and eternally. That's what we do. That's the journey we're on. What's your goal? Don't say DIQ. They don't know what a DIQ is. Stop speaking Mary Kay-isms to non-Mary Kay people. You sound like, you don't sound good saying red jacket to a person who doesn't understand what a red jacket is. Stop it. My goal is to move up in leadership with my Mary Kay business. And by you being here tonight, you're helping me to fulfill my mission, my vision, and my goal. And I want to thank you from the bottom of a grateful heart. I'm looking for level 10 self-confident women who have the courage to stand in the gap and help other women live their best life. That just sounds good. Right? It sounds good. That may not be your thing, but it's my thing. So I'm going to tell you my thing, but you can make your own thing. But get your intro down and get confident about it so that when you show up to parties, You are the spark that your party needs. There's no guarantee that there's going to be a energetic person at that party. So you've got to go in and create the energy from the very beginning with your introduction. Cool? Awesome. Well, we're excited. You guys are the heartbeat of our company, you guys. Seriously, we're on a red jacket explosion. We're on a mission. We have the Great Start contest going on, right? That is exciting. With lots of great, anyone take advantage of Great Starts as a new consultant, right? As a recruiter of a new consultant, right? Were you shocked when all that product showed up at your house for free? Isn't that awesome? Do we have any first-time red jackets in the house that got the $50 bonus for team building and then the $100, right? No first-time red jackets? Oh, okay, good, man. Excellent, congratulations. That's awesome. You guys should be proud of that. That's the first time. Kelly, did you get a bonus for becoming a first-time red jacket? No, you did not. No, and we're not going to go back and pay you on that. No. I know it's your birthday, but no. Right? So we're doing some new, bold, exciting things. We have an awesome president, Nathan Moore. You guys should be so excited about the leadership of Mary Kay. He is an awesome, awesome man who has your best interest at heart. And what I love about him is he's always pushing his team. I report directly to him. He's always in my face about how bold I'm willing to be, how big I'm willing to think, how out of the box I can dream so that you all can have new experiences. And like I said, we've got like the best products, bar none, and they're only going to get better. When I tell you what's coming is awesome and amazing, you just need to believe me, okay? You just need to take my word for it until you get the goods, right? And so many of you, your next step is red, right? And so we're going to nail that down this month. This is the month to finish red. If you ever wanted to be a red jacket, this is the month to finish red. I'm telling you, just believe me, this is the month to finish red, right? And some of you want to go to seminar with a new title. Like last seminar, you didn't have that title, so let's not do that again. Let's go this seminar to Dallas with a new title, DIQ. What's better than DIQ? On target car driver, DIQ. That's even better. So don't think ain't active. Think I'm going to recruit as many as I have to go on target for my car and be a DIQ. We call that multiple wins from a single focus. See, y'all all need to recruit. I don't care if you have 28 on your team right now. If you're not on target for your car and you have 28 people you've recruited, you need to go out and recruit more this month to find the right women to put you strong on target for your car. Not on target for your car, strong on target for your car. Strong on target means that there are new consultants who are placing inventory orders that support a business. Does a 225 support a business? Right? So every person that you activate with a 225, that does not support a business. It may get you to your goal, but it doesn't support a business. So our approach, right, the strong approach is to team build with the focus of supporting a business. Does that make sense? So that's what we're going to do. It looks like guests are coming back in the room. So I'm going to stop talking right now. But you guys know that we are the company that we are because of the people that make up this company. And the people who make up this company, that's you. You're the one. So on behalf of the nearly 5,000 employees around the Mary Kay world, I just want to say thank you for who you are for our company. I wish you only the best in these last 12 days and beyond. I hope we get to see each other in Dallas at seminar, and I can't wait to come back to see how you progressed in your Mary Kay business. I love you guys. Thank you.